Marker Heads, it's Karen from Art by Karen E. Haley, and today I'm bringing you this speed paint for Suicune, the Aurora Pokemon. It's a commission that I did for Claire. I will be selling this as prints at my Etsy store. If you want to check that out, you can go ahead and follow the link in the description below to get a hold of one for yourself. I did most of the work for this on streams. Here you can see me kind of working on the Aurora, because that was something that I really wanted to incorporate into this piece. Claire gave me kind of like free reign. She says, just do whatever you want. I just want Suicune. So I decided that because Suicune is the Aurora Pokemon, and because I was looking at pictures of the Aurora Borealis and thinking, holy moly, that's so pretty. I've always wanted to try doing this in a drawing. And I'd say that the results are pretty cool. I don't think that I am a master at drawing the Aurora, or whatever, the Northern Lights, whatever you want to call them, but it was a lot of fun. They look really, really rough right off the bat. Like, they look really scribbly and just streaky, but I promise you in the end they look pretty cool. It's just a matter of really layering and blending and layering and blending so much, but it was kind of a cool effect in the end, and it's definitely something that I will be incorporating into future videos. I also incorporated glowing crystals in this picture. So on my binder for my Pokemon cards, I have the Dragonair's Crystal Cavern drawing that I did a while back, and that's one of my favorite pictures that I've ever done, and I really like it because the crystals look cool, so I wanted to put crystals in this picture too. Just kind of like a callback to one of my older pieces, and just kind of a test to see if I could do the crystals a little bit nicer this time around. And I decided to make them glowing this time. So I was really trying to experiment a lot with this piece, because when you get free reign in a commission, experimentation can be a really fun way to make the commission like something you really want to do. And that was definitely the case for this. Like, I spent a lot of time working on this, and I think that a lot of that was just because I was having so much fun. In total, I was at around 7 or 8 hours of footage, and I did actually do some stuff without recording first, so yeah, there's a lot of work that went into this picture. I don't think I have the recording of me sketching the Suicune piece, or the poses of Suicune. I think that I decided not to record that, but I did sketch a few poses and things like that beforehand as well. So that's probably another, I don't know, 20 minutes worth of work that you don't see in the video. But all in all, I feel like the more time you put into a piece, the more it shows. Like, you can really tell that I spent a lot of time on this picture, and I really enjoy the way that it turned out. I think my favorite part about this piece is probably Suicune's glorious hair. And my least favorite part was drawing the ribbons, the ribbon tails, or whatever those are. Those were really hard to get right. And the most challenging part was definitely the Aurora. Like I mentioned, that was a really tough subject. And it was kind of hard to get down. I think that in the end, like, once I got the sky colored in, like, I had to wait until I had all of these other, like, light areas colored in before I could work on the sky, because I didn't want any dark colors to get streaked into the light areas. So that was kind of hard to patiently wait while that really weird looking streaking, like, weird stuff was all over the page that later became the Aurora Borealis. It was just kind of like, I just gotta be patient and wait, and then it'll look good. But in the end, I really like the way that it turned out. So in the meantime, I haven't really been doing a lot of stuff online. I kind of took a hiatus around Christmas time. Probably around the 23rd, I just kind of stopped being really active because I was, existing in the real world and, you know, doing Christmassy stuff. And it's taken a while to get back into the swing of things, and so for that I do apologize. I've been working a lot today on uploading all of my Patreon sketches. I got so behind on uploading those. It's not that I wasn't doing them, it's just that I was not taking the time to upload them, and a big part of that was because I was kind of like so focused on trying to clean the house and make Christmas gifts and you know, the usual parenting. that does take a lot of time, but I did have a great holiday season, and I hope that you guys did too. I really do hope that you guys had a good holiday season. And I'm getting close to halfway here, maybe a third of the way, I don't know. And if you guys can hear noises, people are walking around. I do live with other people, so you are going to hear noises from time to time. Hope you can forgive me for that, but that's just the way life is. I think right around here, I was starting to think about working on the log that the Suicune is jumping over. Now this log is based on one that is a real log that is like across the creek down by my parents' property, and it's one that has a lot of really large bumps and lumps and stuff like that, and I thought it would be really cool to incorporate it into the picture. Another thing that I incorporated into this was kind of like a foresty area. I felt like I was kind of thinking about where Suicune is in the movie, the Pokemon Forever movie. I just wanted to kind of put him in that similar environment of forested, like, pristine area. And the crystals, I don't know if Suicune's like bringing winter to the land or something. He's supposed to personify the north wind, so maybe he's like creating ice as he jumps by. I don't know. And I was also thinking maybe it was just a forest that glowing crystals grew in or whatever. That's kind of a tongue twister right there. But I just thought they'd be really pretty. I thought they'd really add a cool effect. So not too much thought was put into why they were there, so much as like I just really wanted to put them in there. So another thing that was hard to get down was edge control. I've mentioned this before with the lineless pieces that I've been doing lately. That's been the biggest learning curve, is how to keep my edges nice and sharp, especially on the crystals and on Suicune's snout. Those were both really kind of trouble areas for me. So I think my suggestion to you, here I am looking up some, I'm replying to somebody on Instagram. Oh, look at me, I'm wasting time. You know, this is part of the process. Ignoring the process, right? I don't know, I could cut that out, but I just am too lazy to. So we're just gonna Instagram for a little while. Okay, I'm back to not dinking around. So here I am, I'm kind of doing the silhouette of the tree, the log, or whatever you want to call it. And I wanted its roots to be kind of sticking up in the air, because the one that I mentioned before that I've seen as a kid, that stump, that log has like roots everywhere, and it looks really cool. It's really fantasy kind of material, I guess. So I wanted to kind of show that tree looked really crazy. I'm not sure what that pause is for. Probably Ronnie related. I used so many blues in this picture. I love the way that the picture is so blue. It's so pretty, and it has the purples and a little bit of the greens. I noticed that a lot of the pictures that I was looking up for the Aurora were really green. Like, the light was really green, and it was really neat, so I wanted to try and put that into this picture as well, because I was going to use a lot of blue greens, but it kind of pops because it's the only green in the picture. As far as I can remember. I mean, I'm looking at it as you're looking at it, so I can't remember what it looks like finished. But I really liked working on the stumps and foreground elements. Excuse me, I need to drink some water. But it was really hard for me to figure out where all of those planes meshed together, and in the end I kind of made it a little more abstract because I wanted Suicune excuse me, I wanted Suicune to be the main focus, so I put less detail everywhere else. I'm losing my voice, so I think I'm gonna leave it off right around here. I will say that in the end I outlined a little bit with my Staedtler Tri-Plus Fineliners and added a lot of gel pen detail around the crystals with my white gel pen. And the inspiration behind that was I've been reading a Titanic book, and they mentioned an effect that you could see around the lanterns right after they hit the iceberg or right before they hit the iceberg, that they called it whiskers around the light or something like that, where ice particles were forming around light sources, and it was really kind of a neat idea, and I thought it would be a really cool effect to add to the glowing crystals. So I'm feeling like the ice crystal, or the crystals are ice crystals, just because, well, you know, Suicune is kind of an ice Pokemon, and the whole idea of the North Wind and things like that, it just kind of all is coming together to be a really northerny, cold-looking picture, and especially for January, I think that's an appropriate subject matter for this season. So I'm coming near the end. I do apologize for any out-of-frame drawing that I did. It's really frustrating when I do that, but it happens in nearly every picture, because I'm usually live streaming when I draw on my Twitch channel, so it can get kind of hard to keep track of which camera is in frame and which you know, if I'm out of frame for both cameras or something. So I do hope that you guys like the way this looks. Let me know if you guys want me to do more Aurora pictures in the future, or more of the legendary Pokemon. I don't really do legendaries all that often. I tend to stick to the regular, you know, anyone can catch them type Pokemon, but I mean, the legendaries are pretty cool. So I do hope that you enjoyed this piece, and I really am very happy to be here with all of you in 2016, and I'm almost at 16,000 subscribers, which is kind of funny since it's 2016 now, and probably by the time this uploads, I will have hit that landmark, or benchmark? Milestone? Whatever that is. So that is really exciting, so thank you everyone, and I hope that we have a great year together. I'm going to be doing a lot of work, a lot of artwork, and I hope that you guys enjoy the content that I'm going to continue to put out. So thank you so much for watching. Here's the finished piece, and I'm just going to put up some close-ups of like the crystals and Suicune's fabulous, fantastic hair, and the Aurora, of course, and I hope that you enjoy this piece. Again, if you want to get your own copy, you can go to my Etsy store, and all the links to anything I mentioned are in the description below. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope that you guys had a good holiday and a happy new year.